Today's video is about a topic that has been coming up time and time again for me over the course of my healing journey, but also as a healer now myself, which is purpose. How do you find a purpose, and how can you live a life with purpose? Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Katarina and I'm a certified energy healer, astrologer, yoga teacher, and I'm also on a healing journey that I am open about online. This is actually the reason why I decided to open this channel because, well, on the one hand, I wanted to face the fear of being seen and putting myself out there because it can be lonely. And also because I feel like there is a lot of value in sharing the experience and just sharing life without us necessarily having it all figured out. So if you're also on a healing journey, then join me, hit subscribe, like this video. And I just feel like we may have a lot to learn from each other and together. So how can you find purpose? How can you live a life that is meaningful, that is authentic, and that feels aligned with who you are and who you're supposed to be? These are all questions that have plagued me ever since I started to navigate the adult world, you could say. I am probably what you would call a cliche millennial in the sense that we all seem to be obsessed about having an impact and leaving a positive legacy behind. And so I feel like my search of purpose really ties in perhaps with the concern of a whole generation. So in this video, I wanted to give you my step-by-step process of how I found my purpose and the things that I've been playing with and exploring as I live more and more authentically every day. So without any further ado, let's get started. These are 5 steps for you to find purpose. Number 1, start by learning how to regulate your nervous system. And really, this is the base and the foundation of everything. You will not be able to find your purpose or get in touch with who you are inside if you are living in constant survival mode. So the first thing that you need to do is to learn how to release stress, learn how to manage anxiety, and get your mind and your nervous system back in control. You can do so in a variety of ways. There is a mindfulness, there is yoga, there is somatic practice, there is breath work. As a yoga teacher, yoga has been my lifeline for over 10 years, and it's a practice that I swear by to keep me calm and in control. Number 2, spend time and invest in getting to know yourself better. This is in a way connected to the previous step, but what I see is that we seem to be living in this weird autopilot mode where we're not exactly conscious of who we are and what we do. So after you get your nervous system back in check, back in control, what you want to do is actually find out more about yourself. Understand what you like, what you dislike. Understand what are your strengths, what are perhaps some of your weaknesses or some of the things that you are not so comfortable about. Discover what brings you joy, discover what you could talk about for hours and do for hours. Things like getting into human design or astrology, getting a birth chart reading, for example, are 2 very good ways for you to get a deeper understanding of you and what goes on inside your mind. Number 3, make sure that you get clear on your values and your non-negotiables. And this is a bit like a follow up from the previous point about getting to know yourself better. But I wanted to isolate this part because as you go deeper and deeper into your healing journey, or as you start chasing purpose more and more, your boundaries will be tested time and time again. So you need to make sure that those are very, very clear to you so that they can also be clearly communicated to others. So understand what matters to you and what is important to you, and then take action on it. Number 4, this is probably my favorite one, but can also be one of the most challenging parts of this entire process. And this step is all about connecting with your inner child, which of course involves inner child healing. And when I say connect with your inner child, I mean that they probably know what your purpose is. They've known all along. So as you go through your childhood memories, try to understand what were the things that sparked joy, what were the things that you loved doing, and also what were the things that you did just for the sake of doing. You know, you had no expectations. You simply enjoyed them and you wanted to do them. Simply as that. Also, go back to your childhood dreams. What did you want to be when you grew up? This can be a clue to what you can do today that is going to speak to your heart and put you on a path towards your purpose. And last but not least, step number 5. Now, this is going to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but the last part of this process is to actually not wait for divine guidance and release ourselves from the notion of finding purpose. Here's why. Because we have free will and you can absolutely create your purpose. And if we wait, if we delay thinking, oh, I'm not quite ready, I don't have the full story yet, or I don't have the path is unknown to me, I have no idea what's ahead of me, I'm not too clear on what my purpose is, then we risk not chasing purpose and never finding it at all because we're waiting. And the truth is, things will never be clear. This is a kind of journey that you need to go with in blind faith. Just take one step, put one step in front of the other, and keep going. So I like to use the word create purpose because it is a little bit more active. You are required to work towards it as opposed to being very passive and just waiting for a light bulb moment that may or may not come through to you. So don't find purpose, create it. You have free will, so what do you want to do? How do you want to show up for others, for yourself, for the collective? What is it that you want to represent or stand for? Who do you want to be? Answer those questions, consider them, and then take action according to them. These were my 5 steps to finding or perhaps creating purpose. I hope that you've liked this video. I purposely wanted to keep it short. Just because I thought, we're all busy and maybe something short and sweet would be better. But if you'd like me to explore this topic in a longer video, let me know in the comments and I'll do so. Also, let me know if you have any questions. And please comment if any of these resonated with you. Perhaps these are things that you're actually actively doing. And if you are, then let me know. Please like this video. It really helps me grow, share, and I'll see you very, very soon for another video. Bye. Today's video is actually a topic that has been coming up time and time again. In this video, I'll be going